Here, the story begins with our main character, who finds himself reluctantly thrust into a dating game, forced to complete it by his sister's blackmail. She must have known something like this would happen. Who wouldn't want to keep it a secret? While playing the game, he realizes that it is truly designed for girls only. In this world, women hold most of the power, and anything can happen out of nowhere. After trying hard for 3 consecutive days and 4 nights, he finally completes the game, only to throw the console on the ground in frustration. For 4 days, he does nothing, some days struggling to eat. When he finally goes out to eat, he tumbles down the stairs, landing at the feet of a girl destined to be loved. The scene shifts, and his eyes open to another world. Here, he introduces himself as Leon Fu Bat Forte. At first, he knows nothing about this world, but as he turns 10, memories flood back. He finds himself trapped in the same terrible game that he used to hate. The dating game continues for another 10 years, and Leon reveals that in this game, he is part of the Burford family, a family that doesn't exist at all. He realizes he is merely a background character. Leon initially thinks of using his knowledge of the game to rule this world, but 10 years have passed, and he finds himself still digging ditches. He convinces himself that living as a background character might be a happy and peaceful life. He decides to enjoy the beautiful culture and find a girl, especially since he is still single at 20. The scene shifts to a girl named Zola, who is Leon's stepmother. She married into the royal family, and Leon thinks, "You've got to be kidding me. Is this a 50-year-old overweight woman who died on the battlefield? She's just sitting around, waiting for me to die, so she can claim the pensions of her 7 deceased husbands." Leon declares that he has no intention of marrying her. Instead, he plans to join the academy, where he has heard that alongside studies, one can also find true love. Zola, angered by his dismissal, retorts, "Oh, look at that. The young master wants to go to the academy. But will your father pay the fees? He lives off my favors." In her mind, she plots that if he refuses to marry her, she will transfer to a different place and drain his pension money. Leon thinks to himself that if he doesn't act quickly, this witch will become a liability. He contemplates the game's mechanics and tells Zola that she needs money for a few days, asking for some time. The next day, she finds an old photo of her father and takes a flying bag to seek out a spaceship that appeared while playing the game. It seemed powerful and would lead her to the right location. While entering, he sees guard robots and remembers their weakness: electricity. If he uses it, the electric charge will diffuse the bullet, allowing him to move forward. He finds the dead bodies of some researchers whose badges he picks up in that spaceship. Leon then enters the area he came for, but another walking robot appears in front of him. Leon recognizes that electric bullets can disable robots, but if he fires, he'll attract the attention of all the other robots. He wonders which USB drive he can insert into the system, and again presents the researcher's ID. The robot scans it and says, "Your body is not a match. You're trying to fool my system with this ID. You're trying to make me think you're one of the researchers." The robot attacks, and Leon throws an electric grenade while dodging it. The grenade explodes, cooking the robot, but Steffi, another robot, has shields that protect it from harm. The robot increases its power, directing the shield toward Leon. Leon throws another grenade that bypasses the shield and destroys the robot, but he finds himself in trouble when another robot grabs him. The robot demands, "Tell me, what calendar year is it?" When Leon answers, the robot realizes that old human civilization was destroyed by newly arrived magical beings. It declares, "Now my work begins, the end of humans." The robot tells Leon it wants to end his life and says, "I will tear you apart." Leon was holding a sword, but couldn't reach the robot. In a moment of desperation, memories flood back to him. He thinks, just for a second, "I'm not even married. I can't die like this." With renewed determination, he grabs the sword by its handle and thrusts it straight into the robot's eyes, narrowly escaping destruction. Afterward, Leon enters the spaceship, where the AI system scans him and says, "I found something interesting in your samples. Some new human properties match an ancient civilization." Leon is baffled and wonders how this is possible, brushing it off as just a game for girls. He could have asked the AI for its name, but when he does, it responds, "My name is System." Leon realizes why the robot was speaking that way. It had its own systems. The AI's name is Lin, And as Leon acknowledges it, Lynn starts bleeding profusely, causing her to lose consciousness. Leon panics, thinking, Lynn needs treatment. The scene shifts to Zola, Leon's mother, who is devastated after months of searching for him. She's angry that he didn't keep his promise to return, and she fears he has died somewhere. However, she believes Leon is still alive and has brought specifications to help him. The scene shifts again to Leon, who now owns a floating island built with the treasure he acquired. He declares, I am the owner of this place, and his plan is to turn it into a tourist destination. Making money by making money is accompanied by his AI partner, Lagan. Lagan tells him, I am here because I want to help you build a beautiful hot spring pool. Leon, driven by his passion, orders the robots to begin the work. After some time, his father arrives and says, Son, you have become a baron, but to remain a baron, you must find a high-ranking wife exactly like your stepmother. Leon, overwhelmed, thinks, Hey God, what does this oppression mean? I just want to be at peace. He can't even lead a simple background life. Observing his situation, he laments, What kind of luck is this? When will I get a chance to enjoy life? The scene shifts to the academy, where Leon meets the prince and his group, the main players of this game. Among them is Angelica, who seems to be a rival to the main female character. She intends to live off the prince's wealth. As the characters gather, the atmosphere is charged and the story unfolds. Leon realizes that the school's opening ceremony is about to begin. During the ceremony, Leon witnesses a girl being slapped by the prince, and he misses the crucial moment when this girl, unbeknownst to him, is the prince's future love interest. To his surprise, he discovers that the girl is not the Olivia he expected. However, he decides not to dwell on this, as it seems unrelated to the main storyline. Instead, Leon joins his background character friends, Raymond and Daniel, as they plan a tea party, hoping that girls will attend. However, no one shows up. Just then, Angelica storms in, having been embroiled in a quarrel with the prince over his affection for a girl. She had been invited to a party, which Leon inadvertently learns about. Suddenly, the scene shifts to the classroom, where Leon is unfocused due to his disinterest in partying. The teacher calls him forward, emphasizing the importance of social gatherings. Inspired by this, Leon decides to rejoin the tea party, managing everything himself this time. However, the teacher asks, Will anyone else come, or will you eat everything by yourself? Leon replies, A baron's daughter promised me she would bring her friends. Just then, a group of greedy girls arrives, and one of them, after a brief interaction, advises Leon to be more prepared next time. Feeling a mix of hope and despair, Leon thinks, This isn't going to happen. When suddenly he hears voices in the corridor. He sees some girls bullying another girl, tearing up a tea party invitation. Upon closer inspection, he realizes that the girl is none other than Olivia, the main heroine of the story. Feeling compassion for her, he approaches her and invites her to his party, showcasing his kindness. Olivia explains that she is only at the academy to learn magic, but Leon, wanting to help her, decides to take her to his sister for guidance. Jane tells Olivia everything about Angelica, the most popular girl in their class. She should make friends, Olivia suggests, but Jane replies, She's so popular that I even go to her. If I can't find Jane, then I'll arrange an expensive tea party and invite her, Olivia proposes, considering all the costly snacks. When Olivia gets nervous, Leon reassures her, saying, Don't worry, I'll pay. Thanks, Olivia replies. I won't forget this. The scene shifts to Angelica and Patty, where Olivia gathers her courage and tells Angelica everything. Her words resonate with Angelica, who thinks, Let's do this, Maria. Angelica assures Olivia that from now on, no one will bully her. Olivia expresses her gratitude and mentions, The person who helped me is Leon. Angelica replies, Leon? I've heard about him. The scene shifts again to their classroom, where a raid is taking place to gather crystals from the dungeons. During the raid, Angelica and Maria get into an argument. Maria is supported by the prince, which only fuels Angelica's anger. Leon turns to Olivia and asks, Do you know this girl named Maria? Olivia responds, All I know is that she comes from a poor family, which makes her a target for bullying. Just then, the teacher enters and warns everyone about the monsters inside. The prince and his lackeys capture Olivia and send Leon ahead, instructing him not to go beyond a certain point if any surprise attack occurs. In the dungeon, Maria receives a crystal from Leon and smiles, saying, "Now I can refund your money." Leon thinks to himself that he should get closer to her, but he feels that it's not right because fate seems to have plans involving the prince and his friends. Monsters soon attack, and Leon takes them down easily. However, one monster lunges at Olivia, and Leon leaps in to save her, getting injured in the process. The prince and his group arrive just in time to deal with the remaining monsters, though the prince sustains a minor injury. Maria uses her healing magic on him, and then Angelica pulls the prince aside, trying to tend to his wound, but he brushes her off and walks away with Maria. As the rest of the class starts to gossip, Olivia approaches Leon to heal his wound with her magic. Leon realizes that Olivia is becoming a significant protector in this game, almost like a character with her own story. The scene shifts, and a girl named Maria encounters Prince Julius the next day. Angelica calls him, asking whether he sent girls to bully Maria by burning her belongings. Julius feigns ignorance, saying, "I don't know anything about that." He then adds, "Maria and I need to maintain our distance at the academy due to our upcoming engagement." Leon's friends are surprised to hear this. As they discuss Maria being bullied, Leon thinks about Julius defending her. He ponders why all this is happening now, as it seems to be much later in the game's timeline. Later, Leon finds himself in the library, where he meets Olivia again. She asks him, "Do you like Maria or Angelica?" Leon replies, "I care about Angelica, but I really like Maria." He wonders why he feels this way, especially since he usually doesn't like girls. The gentle sound of the Sursura hut echoed as Maria and her friends set out on a new adventure. The story begins with the prince's spoon, a seemingly innocuous object that would spark a chain of events. As Maria walked away, lost in thought, she felt a growing sense of enjoyment in this enchanting world. Suddenly, Julius called out to her from behind, revealing that he had made a special servant just for her, a spoon crafted from the finest materials. Maria couldn't help but listen intently, a smile creeping onto her face as she imagined taking over the world, step by step. The scene shifted to Leon Lezon, who approached Maria with a curious expression. "Tell me, what have you discovered about Angelica's passion?" he asked. The tension between Angelica and Maria was palpable. Meanwhile, Leon, Daniel, and Raymond attended a gala, hoping to make connections. Leon chuckled at the background chatter as some characters proposed to him, but he only shrugged off their advances, insisting he preferred the prince. As Maria left the gathering with her bodyguard, she noticed how some suitors were beaten away, only for Olivia to approach Leon with urgent news. Angelica and Maria had another argument. The atmosphere thickened as a formidable lion entered the scene, drawing attention to Angelica's fierce demeanor. "Why should I care about anyone else? I'm only interested in the prince," she exclaimed, glancing at Maria with disdain. One by one, Angelica's friends approached Maria, confessing their feelings. But Angelica was having none of it. Just then, Prince Julius stepped forward, declaring, "What I admire most is Maria. No one can take her place. If I were to hold anyone's hand forever, it would be hers." The crowd buzzed with excitement, speculating whether the prince would announce his engagement. Frustrated, Angelica threw her gloves at Maria, challenging her to a duel. "Pick them up if you dare," she taunted. Maria accepted the challenge, and the stakes were set. If Angelica won, Maria would have to distance herself from the prince. But if Maria triumphed, Angelica would withdraw from the Duke's kingdom and leave Maria in peace. The arena was buzzing with anticipation as the battle was about to begin. "You think you can take us all on?" Angelica's friends scoffed. Leon stepped up, asserting, "I alone am enough to face all of you." Meanwhile, Maria contemplated her next move. Who is this boy named Leon? She wondered, puzzled over his intentions. When she returned to her room, she found the walls adorned with reminders of her journey, each one whispering secrets of the world she was beginning to navigate. As the tension mounted and the duel loomed, Maria felt a flicker of determination rising within her. She was ready to fight for her place in this world, no matter the cost. Threats are found written that he is a prince and he shouldn't fight with his friends. Lagan footage shows all this in Leon's exploits. Friends Raymond and Daniel were also involved. Lagan's master says this is your friend's betrayal. Leon insists he is not a traitor, just afraid of thinking about his future. He has gone to battle because he is their friend, and he is determined to face Lagan in tomorrow's battle. He asks to check the predictions, which show his chances of winning are as slim as Zimbabwe's against India. Wanting to take advantage of the situation, Leon finds himself lost in thought. After some time, Angelica calls him. She asks him to take off his armor, but Leon responds, "Don't worry, you're the Duke's daughter. That's why I'm fighting by your side, and I need some favors. The truth is, I keep searching for a queen for myself. Now I am tired and feel unpopular, but after defeating the prince, things might change." Angelica warns him, "You are putting your life at risk. There is a lot of danger in this." Leon retorts, "What do the prince and his friends think of me? They are stronger than anyone else at the academy. I have defeated the strongest, but I will give my all." The scene shifts to the battlefield, where Leon arrives wearing his armor. His eyes scan the crowd, landing on Raymond and Daniel, who has a red card in his pocket, indicating he placed a bet on Leon. Filled with joy, Leon thinks, "My friends have so much trust in me." As the battle begins, Angelica asks Leon about his armor. Just then, a large armorer arrives, drawing laughter from the audience. Olivia, watching alongside Angelica, remarks on how strong and cute Leon looks. Angelica comments on the armorer's appearance, noting how bulked up and old she is compared to the prince's faster, sleeker armorers. Leon's armorer, named Arrogance, arrives and asks, "Why is it named Arrogance?" Leon replies, "Because, master, it's your hidden personality." The armorer then hands him a shovel instead of a sword. Surprised, Leon asks, "What is this? I will fight with a shovel?" His armorer reassures him, saying, "Your weapon is meant for this work," suggesting that this unconventional choice is part of their strategy. As the battle begins, Brad, one of the prince's friends, launches missiles from his robot. Leon skillfully dodges them and counters, taking down Brad. The audience gasps as Leon's arm strikes with precision, knocking Brad to the ground. Leon remarks, "Did I hit him too softly?" The referee checks on Brad and declares Leon the winner of round 1. The crowd is astonished, especially the prince and his team, who had invested their money in the fight. Leon's teacher stands up to praise him, and Leon feels tears welling up with pride. Meanwhile, Madia watches, furious about Leon's victory, while Angelica beams with joy, saying, "Yes, everything is saved because of Leon." Olivia interjects, "What are you saying? Leon is not dangerous, he's kind." Angelica adds, "But I still don't understand. He has so much power. Why would he go against the prince? Going against the prince could lead to his ruin." Prince Julius smirks, affirming, "Indeed, it could." Leon was confident because he had this powerful armorer. Why hadn't he heard of it before? Well, round 2 begins, and he faces Greg Lyon. Lagan scans Greg's armor and states that it has been repaired, meaning it has seen many battles. "I happen to beat you easily," Greg taunts as he attacks Leon with his weapon. Leon responds with his own assault, dodging Greg's attack, breaking his spear, and then cutting him to pieces with his armorer. Greg, now starting to see his defeat, shamelessly gets back up, holding a piece of his broken weapon in his hands. Lagan starts hitting Leon's feet, but Leon just laughs, saying, "You're just tickling me." After winning the second round, Chris comes in for the third round. "I love you like the rest, but I won't consider myself weak," he declares as he prepares to attack Leon with all his strength. Leon tells him to step back a little, observing Chris's movements before he fires missiles that Chris narrowly dodges. Chris then attacks Leon with his sword, managing to catch and break Leon's armor. Kneeling in disbelief, Chris realizes it was not possible for him to have used all his strength. "How did I lose even after fighting so hard?" he laments. Leon, with a smirk, replies, "Tell this to Medea. Maybe she will inform your boss how hard you tried." Leon's friends were unable to defeat him, and he even insulted them. As a break between rounds begins, the narrator suggests viewers like the video and subscribe for more content. During the break, we see Jilk preparing for his fight, determined that even if he loses, he will not let Prince Julius be defeated. He plans to bomb Leon's armorer and even contemplates meeting Leon's sister, Jane. However, Jane does not want Leon to win because it would put both him and her family in danger. She warns him that explosives have been planted, which will be activated by magic. Yet Leon, confident, starts the round, facing Jilk, whose weapon proves useless against him. Jilk activates the explosives in Arrogance, but they only cause a minor explosion, leaving both Jilk and Leon with a scratch. Jilk, frustrated, asks Leon why he doesn't give up. "If you don't give up, I will rest for you," he threatens. Leon responds, "This life of relaxation is yours. This will end when I tell the prince that explosives were planted and my sister was killed." Jilk, enraged, threatens him again. But as soon as Leon throws a punch, Jilk falls unconscious to the ground. Maria watches in awe, surprised that no one could compete with Leon. The prince wakes up and reassures her. "Don't worry, I will beat him because my armorer is the most powerful in the entire kingdom." Maria recalls that he had said the same before and tells the prince, "Yes, I will love you, as long as you live." After the prince leaves, Maria angrily declares, "I will not abandon my character," and prepares for the fight. Before it begins, Laker asks Leon about his thoughts. The prince replies, "I haven't met him, so I don't know." Leon simply nods, understanding the situation. The fight begins, and Leon declares, "Among the rest of you, there is more spirit to win. But for whom? This duel is just for you. She's tricking you into having a love affair with her." He knows deep down that the king is blind in love. Meanwhile, Julius reflects on how only Maria treats him as a prince, confessing, "She loves me like a prince. I don't even want to be born in a royal palace. No one understands my feelings, except Maria." At that moment, Olivia stands up from the audience and interjects, "And what about Angelica? She also loves you." Leon, taken aback, asks Olivia how she can speak so loudly. Lagan chimes in, acknowledging that she is right about her powers. "Prince Olivia, your answer needs to be researched." Leon responds, "If Angelica truly loves me, she would want my happiness, not someone else's." As Angelica continues to interrupt, Maria begins to cry, her emotions stirred by the prince's words. Leon challenges, "You say you didn't want to be a prince. Did you ever think about how to win Maria or any girl? Should we remove the status that holds us back? We have to speak to girls without their consent. There is a huge difference between talking about removal and actually removing it." The audience is restless, and many want Leon to lose. The prince retorts, "Having a powerful armorer doesn't mean you can say whatever you want." Lagan turns to Leon and asks, "Was it right to say so much, Leon?" "Yes, of course," Leon replies. "The prince is destined to rule the country, not me. Would a girl like Maria marry the prince? If someone turns away from dedication, it's because you are the villain." Leon embraces his role and declares, "Understand this. The prince must be defeated with dedication. Armorer, gather enough force." He launches an attack that leaves the prince unconscious on the ground. Leon wins the duel, but the audience is outraged by his behavior. Angelica thanks Leon, but Olivia warns, "What you did will make everyone hate you." Leon shrugs it off, saying, "What I did got me into the academy. People will definitely want to throw him out, but I don't care." Meanwhile, the prince approaches Maria to express how much he loves Angelica, admitting she is his true love before walking away. Huey, witnessing this, says, "I understand. I will pray for your happy life." The scene shifts to Leon, who encounters Angelica's father, the king of the Redgay family. The king arrives with all his winnings and proposes a deal. In exchange for leaving the academy, he will recommend to the king that he and his family be forgiven. The king, feeling grateful for Leon's help with his daughter, says, "I will definitely recommend you." A man nearby questions, "Tell me one thing. When you didn't want anything, not even money, why did you take on the prince and his friends? Why was there no fear of the royal family at that time?" The tension rises as the story unfolds, leaving everyone on the edge of their seats, eager to see what happens next. Leon declares, "I'm the prince," and his friends want to remove the blindfold of false love. Someone like Maria calls him a prince, but he warns, "Don't be deceived, king. I really liked your words." The royal family will definitely appreciate this. However, he asks for a favor in return. If the engagement has been canceled, he wants Angelica to be taken out of the country with him, so that Leon can come to Olivia and Angelica's house. Angelica exclaims, "I thought the prince liked me. How foolish I was." In her naivety, Leon has been expelled from the academy. Olivia remarks, "This is not your fault. It was Leon's decision." As they discuss the role of the villain, Leon listens in. Duke Leon is bringing his daughter home, and at his house, everyone is worried because someone defeated the prince in a duel. Now Zola is bringing the Duke's daughter home. When 8 confronts Leon's father, He asks, "Do you even know what's going on? The royal family is upset because of your son. We could face an attack." This comment makes everyone uneasy, but as Leon and the others arrive, Zola has already left. Upon seeing Angelica, she asks, "Which duke's daughter are you?" Angelica replies that she is from the Redgrave family. Zola starts spreading her begging bag because the Redgrave family is quite prominent. Angelica reassures her, saying, "Don't worry, your son told me that if you help, it is my duty to assist you too." Leon had tears in his eyes because today, for the first time, he saw Zola in a new light. Afterward, Angelica shows Olivia her floating island, explaining that she plans to develop it into a tourist spot and that her robot will help. As they take a break, Angelica overhears Olivia talking about her lingering anger towards Maria and her thoughts of revenge. When Leon suggests taking revenge, Olivia agrees, saying, "Yes, then we will confront Maria." Leon feels happy about the plan, knowing that the game is progressing. Meanwhile, Maria arrives with her entourage, feeling remorseful. She receives a message from the royal family that her family's royal status is under threat. Despite this, Maria remains determined to protect and support her friends. Leon, having been informed by a messenger, talks to his father about their concerns. The royal family is increasingly impressed with Leon because they have noticed the prince's foolish actions and want to improve the situation. As a result, his ranking has been elevated and all allegations against him have been cleared. Leon feels a bit happier now that he has returned to the academy, but he realizes he still needs a wife amid the chaos. Determined, he knows that even though the prince and his friends are royal, funding is limited. However, he is resolved to clear dungeons with Maria. Practicing and collecting money are there so that everyone can defeat you in the future. They also seem happy in their work, except for one person, Maria Leon. "Now you have given me very good news. You can sleep peacefully at night." Only here, Olivia and Angelica search for Leon. They come and say, "You are here alone? Are you just sitting?" Leon replies, "Well, you reminded me. You said that I am still alone." As Maria starts walking while holding Leon's hand to show him something, Leon thinks to himself, "I have a single background. The character isn't becoming a girlfriend, but I'm holding one hand. I'm the game's protagonist and a rival. I don't know what will happen next for these two." Leon brings Maria to the school festival, where he decides to open a cafe. Daniel and Raymond also want to make money and help him, along with Olivia and Angelica, who serve as maids. The two maids look great in their outfits, but because of the game's settings, Leon can't develop any romantic feelings. Just then, Leon's sister arrives, saying that she had a fight with a girl. "If I take the boy I like, then you go and threaten that girl to leave him," she says. Hearing this, Olivia feels uneasy. Leon's sister insists it's necessary, but Leon interrupts, saying, "Now don't use my powers for this purpose." He runs away when he hears a noise outside and sees Maria with the prince and his servants. At the cafe, Olivia is surprised by the prices they're charging. $100 for a coffee and some snacks. But despite that, there's a crowd. When Leon steps inside, Maria teases him, "Your cafe will remain empty." Leon replies, "That's fine, but the cafe is named Princess after you, isn't it?" Maria playfully responds, "So am I the princess of their hearts?" The festival is in full swing, and Olivia is campaigning for Leon's cafe. Suddenly, a girl approaches, asking for help. A teacher tells Angelica that someone has come to meet her. It's Queen Mylene, who wants to meet Leon without anyone knowing. At Leon's cafe, Queen Mylene accidentally spills coffee on Leon's head and calls it a waste. As Leon bends down to clean up, she places her foot on his head, saying, "You'll pay me for this bad drink." Angelica pushes her away from Leon, and the girl retorts, "Even though you belong to a royal family, you're still a maid. You should be ashamed of your dress." Olivia tells the girl to leave quietly, but the girl snaps back. "So you keep quiet, Angelica's pet?" Then she orders her bodyguard to attack Leon. Queen Mylene commands them to stop, but the girl is undeterred and insists, "Now this old lady, throw him out of here." Leon, now feeling a surge of determination, thinks about fighting back as the situation escalates. This was no ordinary confrontation. It had reached the level of the Queen and the madmen. Everyone is surprised when, after a while, Leon fights back, taking down the guards one by one. RIZZ, who is from this empire, observes the scene. The queen urges everyone to calm down, saying, "I came here without telling anyone." Leon, meanwhile, insists, "I am perfect for you." Angelica begins to understand that he could fill a role in the kingdom. Only one man can stop it now. Leon's tea party should immediately call the teacher, whom Leon respects a lot. After a while, Queen Malin says, "I am very angry with you, Leon. Sorry for that." She demands her son, Prince Julius, and the queen to defeat the rest in a duel. She continues, "I am angry with you because of that. You called the prince, right? But the way you beat everyone in the royal palace has made many enemies." Leon assures the queen that nothing will happen to her. The queen requests that he visit the academy sometime, saying, "I did not go, but I am also going to attend the academy." After hearing this, Leon, eager to create memories, immediately grabs the queen's hands and says, "I haven't met any lady before today. I have never seen anyone so beautiful after 30. He proposes marriage to her. The queen responds, "What are you saying?" Leon insists, "No need to say anything. You are very beautiful and belong to this academy. Sometimes princes are better than girls." Just then, Julius comes in, saying, "Leave my mom's hands." Leon replies, "But I need them." Julius, not feeling like leaving him, punches Leon and takes his mom away. Leon, feeling defeated, goes straight to the dustbin. He falls, and Olivia and Angelica say, "It turns out that this is your real place." Leon retorts, "But I am only queen's." The queen was helping him make memories when she comes to Prince Julius's cafe. She demands, "Where is that girl whose reason this whole mess happened? Bring her in front of me." Julius responds, "Sorry, Mom, but I'm not like that." Queen Malin looks at the menu and says, "Is this all you are selling? Such an expensive thing in the name of the royal family? You tell Leon, is he or you the coward?" She mentions that the girl, even after losing the duel, is hiding behind the curtain. Leon starts sweating as the scene shifts. In the cafe, the same girl he met, Olivia, comes in the morning and says, "We are closing the cafe here." Olivia tells her that she has come to help. The girl introduces herself as Carla Wayne and pleads, "Please help us. The Wayne family needs your help." Leon remembers wondering if her name is Carla. There was a girl named Sin in this game. The next day, Lagan asks Leon, "Are you going to help Carla?" Leon replies, "I don't want to help, but this will make Olivia feel bad because she introduced me to Carla. But now I have to pay full attention to the ongoing school festival." The school airbike race is about to start, and the executive committee was Angelica. She tells Olivia, "This race is a gimmick. Otherwise, only one of them will win." Olivia asks, "Why isn't Angelica participating?" Angelica responds, "Because she sits somewhere and talks about these things." We see Leon, who achieves victory with the help of Lagan's advanced technology. The winner of the lab was asking for something, and it was being doubled. In the race, participants start attacking Leon. He doesn't care, but his money is stuck somehow. By doing this, he wins the round, right? But he suffers a fracture and is unable to continue the race. Just then, Clarice comes and tells him that Zilk's ex, Fionn, attacked Zilk in the race. She had just sent him a letter to end everything, and that too for this girl, Maria. Maria says, "Look, sister, what mistake is there in taking revenge?" The scene opens with Clarice sternly telling Maria to keep quiet, declaring, "I will never forgive this." Leon, watching the unfolding drama, reflects on his sister, who has always been supportive. Clarice, determined and strategic, knows how to get the job done. After they part ways, Maria suggests that Leon should participate in Jilk's race. "But why me?" Leon protests. Maria responds, "Look at Angelica. The executive committee is blaming him. They won't consider him a worthy participant if he doesn't compete." Angelica, overhearing their conversation, interjects that she will send someone in Leon's place, but Leon insists he'd rather go to jail than compete in the race. Just then, Dunn approaches Leon, sharing a poignant reminder of how much Clarice once adored him, wearing silk just for him. But as soon as Maria arrived, she sent him a letter declaring that it was over between them. Lagan questions Leon, asking if he is still acting on Jilk's behalf without even meeting Clarice. In a moment of determination, Leon decides he will participate in the race. "I'll take the punishment for what I did, but today, I want to win and see the faces of those who bet against me." The race begins, and all the participants line up, including those Clarice had hoped would stay out of it. They launch attacks at Leon, blaming him for their debts incurred from losing the duel. The audience is tense, with both men and women rooting for Leon's downfall. JD approaches Angelica, saying, "Because of you, I met the queen that day." Angelica retorts, "It was your stupidity." Even Lib chimes in, telling Jadi to back off and avoid starting another fight. Olivia, a wealthy lady in the crowd, advises Angelica to stand up for herself, to create her own identity. "You don't even realize what's happening with the commoners," she adds, hitting a nerve. Olivia, clearly affected, runs away, tears streaming down her face. Fueled by anger, Angelica confronts Jadi, climbing on her and punching her, shouting, "You know the amount of shamelessness here, while over there is pure devotion." Meanwhile, Nitro is installed in Leon's airbike, and he speeds through the race, crossing the finish line victoriously. But the moment he wins, his airbike explodes, leaving him anxious about his winnings. Just then, Dan arrives and catches him, revealing that Leon's money has doubled. After this chaotic turn, Leon heads over to Jilk to participate in another race. Jilk, ever the schemer, asks Leon what he should do in exchange for favors. Leon replies, "You need to apologize face-to-face to someone." Reluctantly, Leon brings Fionn to Clarice to deliver the apology. In a shocking turn, Clarice slaps him and declares the relationship finished. Later, Clarice confides in Leon about the altercation between Angelica and Jadi, explaining how she had run out, crying and searching for him. Spotting Olivia sitting alone on a bench, Leon approaches her. "Do you think Angelica and I could ever be good friends?" Olivia asks, her voice tinged with uncertainty. Leon responds thoughtfully, "It's difficult, but not impossible, if you ignore what others say." Olivia nods, determination igniting within her. "Okay, then I'll try to talk to Angelica again." As she gathers her thoughts, the scene fades, hinting at the complex relationships yet to unfold. That if she talks to Angelica, everything will be fine between them. Only then will Carla come, saying that Olivia first wanted her to help with Leon. She tells her, however, that it would be better if Olivia came with her. Olivia responds, "I too wanted to talk to you about this. I can't help you with Leon. It's better if you don't drag yourself into this matter." Then, the same wealthy lady named Stephanie appears and tells Olivia, "Do as Carla says, or else your friends will suffer the consequences." Stephanie also describes Carla, indicating that things should be as she says. This suggests that there is something significant at play here. Olivia is still planning to talk to Leon, but Stephanie warns her, "What do you think? They are your friends. You are a commoner. Be noble and remember, commoners can't be friends with someone like Angelica. Leon is only interested in you for your body, and there's no reason for him to be with you." The scene shifts to Leon, who diligently tells Olivia sky pirates are attacking Carla's hometown. He insists that they need to help, but Leon wonders why they don't just ask for help from the royal palace. Leon expresses his desire to take action, stating, "I want to do this because of those sky pirates." This is one of 3 things that Olivia will achieve by giving power to the game: the holy necklace worn by the pirates, the holy bracelet from the palace, and the holy staff located in the temple of this kingdom. All these events will unfold in the game over the next 2 to 3 years. And it's alarming how Olivia, as a commoner, is gaining so much recognition. This time, it's not just about that. She also hates me. "That's why I'm doing this," he admits. Passion responds, "Only the game's protege, Olivia, can handle this." Leon states that he is not ready for his power to awaken just yet. Passion insists he must help until it is done. But Leon argues, "It's not like that. Maybe I can finally have a role in this game. I am like a character." The scene shifts again as they leave for Carla's hometown. When they are ready, Carla informs them that she called for others to help as well. Leon looks over and sees Brad and Greg. Prince Brad explains that Carla had to come for help because she is from her ex's house. "Besides, we will get the bounty money. Maria will take you to the other side." Angelica then brings a gift for Olivia, but when she arrives, the door is locked. Stephanie is there to explain how she has planned revenge against both Leon and Olivia by taking Angelica hostage. She holds Angelica and threatens, "If anything happens, you will be the first one I come after. I will make a battleship partner here with dedication." In another scene, Leon and his friends are sitting and playing cards. Leon cheats, and they are winning, But then their dedication is interrupted by news of sky pirates approaching. Leon tells both of them to warm up and be ready. However, he wonders if he should even engage in battle. If I hadn't fought any fights, then it would be okay to stay inside, he contemplates. Leon calls his armorer Gus, and after a while, he single-handedly brings the pirates to their knees. Brad and Greg are impressed and realize that in front of Leon, there's nothing to fear. Passion then asks, "Why didn't you finish them, Leon?" Someone tells him that he is useless and doesn't want to kill. After a while, he lands on Carla's island, and as soon as he arrives, the people there surround him. Brad and Greg say they are here to help. Then one of the comrades recognizes Brad, who is Carla's dad, and goes to ask him the reason for their visit. Leon calls Carla and says that her daughter mentioned Sky. The comrade then says that the parrots have been captured. "Is that not so?" he asks Carla. "What is all this?" Carla responds to the accusations. Olivia tries to intervene, but Leon hits her. In his defense, he tells his comrades that Carla's daughter has called them here for money. Carla's dad is now angry enough to confront Carla, demanding that she tell the truth. Carla explains that she was acting on Stephanie's behalf to rob Leon and his ship of sky parrots, but it didn't happen. Now the scene shifts. Leon recalls Carla's promise to the dead, stating he is going back with money. He diligently explains that even though sky parrots did not attack Carla's hometown, they will have to confront the main army of parrots because she doesn't have that holy necklace yet. After this, he tells Olivia that they will reach their destination by tomorrow. Leon then asks her why she stays with him so much. Why does she care? What is Stephanie's connection to him? Remembering bits and pieces, Leon thinks about his kindness towards Olivia, realizing that this game is a crucial part of their journey. The protege is the greatest power in the game. Olivia reveals that she was Angelica and Leon's friend, wanting to become someone of value, not just a burden. This makes Leon reflect. He approaches her and talks about it earnestly. During their conversation, his passion emerges as he tells her that she is hindering Olivia's growth. Leon insists that he wants to help her grow. He admits that while he helps her physically, mentally, she is becoming weaker. He also feels that she is the main character and that he is merely her support. Leon punches Lagan and tells him to be quiet. Meanwhile, we shift to the palace, where we see Maria in the dungeons. She is lying behind a monster, contemplating that no matter what happens to her, she must find the bracelet to gain power. The scene shifts to the next day as Leon tells Brad and Greg that they might encounter sky parrots again. On his ship, he is just waiting for them to attack. Then the Passion points out that the sky parrots' main army is moving towards them. Leon says, "Okay, you both will take the ship. Keep in mind, I will check them and come back." Brad and Greg argue that Leon also needs to seek help for his dedication. Sky parrots see them first and come wearing the armor of the parrots. On the other side, we see Olivia in a room on the ship, thinking about why Leon said such things to her. She realizes he cares so much that it shocks her. It seems that if she comes out and sees him, there will be an attack by the sky parrots. Outside, Leon is fighting them with great bravado. Olivia wants to help him too, but then the pirate boss arrives and kills Olivia. As he moves to catch her, Brad intervenes and stops him. Lagan informs Leon that Olivia is in danger because Brad and Greg have come for her help against the pirate. Leon believes he is being beaten by the boss. This is how things should go. Olivia's help is crucial. However, Brad and Greg are not ready yet, so he decides he must intervene. He attacks his boss, causing him to fall to the ground, and then starts begging for his life. Leon questions why this is happening, and then takes Holy's necklace from her before leaving. With this action, all the armies surrender to him, and Leon seizes all the loot they have gathered so far. As he moves toward the palace, he reflects on how the settings of this game have worsened. In the background, a character observes everything and asks if any evidence has been found to prove that Stephanie and the Sky Pirates were behind the chaos. The response is affirmative, as a fight breaks out between Stephanie and the Sky Pirates, with a copy of the agreement being discovered. The scene shifts to Brad and Greg, who are bewildered. The cashier informs them that the reward for both is the Sky Parrots and that the looted goods have been handed over to the royal palace. Both of them realize that Leon has been credited for all these exploits. the narrative shifts back to Leon, who acknowledges that Brad and Greg have reached an understanding. However, he questions what will happen to Stephanie, noting that she now has the Redgraff's family and that the royal palace will take care of him. He advises them to keep their distance from Angelica and Olivia. Meanwhile, at the other end of the table, Brad and Greg are discussing Leon. They agree that he is a powerful knight who must be defeated. Brad also speaks to the Queen about their concerns. Leon reads a letter stating that Brad and Greg did not handle things properly. It mentions that Leon's rank was increased by recommendation, and he also received a letter from Clarice indicating that his family was present for his graduation. Later, it recommends increasing his rank and gifts him an airbike. The scene shifts to school the next day, where Daniel and Raymond tease Leon about his promotion, noting how the girls are now looking at him. They suggest that he has finally found the queen of his choice. Leon protests, claiming that the attention is solely due to his status. Raymond and Lynn insist that he has only two options, either Angelica or Olivia, and that he should apologize to them since he has been avoiding them for too long. The scene transitions to a school trip where all the students are excited. Leon contemplates visiting the Southern Temple, thinking it is a place where he might find something important. Olivia and Angelica also arrive to explore the temple. Olivia imagines how nice it would be if Angelica and Leon were with her. Once they reach the Rhine Temple, Olivia discovers that Leon is already present, and soon after, Angelica arrives, albeit a bit late. A hush falls over the three as a little girl, the caretaker of the shrine, welcomes them and explains that this shrine is for marriage wishes. All three fold their hands and make wishes. Leon begins to voice his desire, asking for a common-sense wife who is also attractive. Angelica overhears this and immediately starts to scold him. "Do you have all this in mind?" the girl asked as she handed Leon 3 lucky charms. "This one is a fortune charm, and this is a blessing charm. If you keep these 3, it will bring good luck to you." Leon nodded, acknowledging her words. "That's what I'm here for," he replied. The girl then mentioned that if Leon wanted, he could also ask her for help later. As the story unfolded, Leon faced a fierce battle. The blessing charm proved invaluable, providing him with the strength to fend off his attackers. Just then, a voice broke through the chaos. "So, that's why you raided the palace dungeons," Lagan remarked, catching up to Leon. "Yes, this groom is the reason," Leon explained, a hint of urgency in his voice. "Now I have to celebrate Holi. It will be much easier to get the bracelet." Suddenly, Clarice appeared, challenging him to a sword fight. But before they could engage, they noticed a horde of monsters approaching their ship, all under the control of Mark. It seemed the same kingdom that once belonged to Funas Dug Dum had declared itself an independent entity, breaking away from the Duke's rule. Leon realized the gravity of the situation. This fight, it had to be fought with dedication, he mused, reflecting on the challenges ahead. Just then, Princess Abi Serahai made her entrance, declaring war on anyone aboard the ship. "Whoever is on this ship must surrender or face the consequences," she warned ominously. Galette, one of her allies, announced that they would capture Leon, a member of the Redgate family, and let the others go. But Olivia and Leon refused to accept this plan, insisting that they wouldn't abandon their comrades. Tension filled the air as the rest of the students, desperate to survive, began to show their true colors. Angelica confronted Galette, questioning why the princess was so concerned about a war they were destined to lose. Galette remained silent, pondering her motives. "What about the other students?" Leon asked, glancing at the captured children. "They need us." "There's no need to gather them. Stand your ground and fight," Angelica insisted. Leon, frustrated by the chaos, found himself locked up for his defiance, with Olivia by his side, tears streaming down her face. "I told you not to say so much," she lamented, feeling helpless. Just then, Chris arrived, breathless with urgency. "Angelica has been captured," he announced. "We need your help, Leon." Leon scoffed at the idea. "I won't help those who don't fight for themselves." Despite Chris's pleas for unity, Leon was reluctant to act. Yet he knew he couldn't stand by while his friends were in danger. With determination in his heart, he broke free, swiftly taking down 2 guards. "All you nobles," he began, addressing the remaining students, "how many battles did your ancestors fight for our land? Now it's time to pay your debts. The atmosphere shifted as Leon rallied the students, igniting a spark of hope within them. They would fight together, not just for survival, but for their honor and their future. The battle was far from over, and Leon was ready to lead them into the fray. Give me blood, I give you freedom. I'll give it too much. Then that's it. One day, a girl from his blood family is influenced by words and says, "It's not blood, it's magic. We will do." In a shift that happens, Leon gifts Millie an airbike and ships it to Chris. The crew of the ship takes some of the armor kept in storage to protect Sarah. She wakes up to bring Angelica, saying that prisoners feel freedom. The wave has come, saying never mind. She starts playing the flute, which makes the monsters become more aggressive. Here, Leon hears her voice and remembers that there is a magical flute in the game. Chris and the other students were also on the other side, using the armored robots kept on the ship to attack the monsters. They are fighting, and the rest of the students who know magic are protecting the ship. Olivia heals injured students quickly, thinking about how she can help more and more people heal. If only they could do so, there would be a side attack on their ship, causing a blast. Olivia runs away because the students there must have been injured. On the other side of the ship, another part is also attacked. And seeing this, Olivia screams in frustration. No! A golden light from her senses comes out and envelops the ship, creating a shield, a good luck charm. Because of this, she manages to hold it for some time. Not only this, but she also creates a shield from the outside. Leon is also attacking the monsters. Then finally, Olivia awakens her true power. She enters the ship and is the first to give Jellet a shotgun. Here, passion makes Leon shave his head again. Their ship carries both the flute and the basuri, and from here, they head to the kingdom. Just then, Jellet announces, "Princess, you can change to battleship. Attack them from beyond because they are running away." Sarah is here too, and the monsters are there for her. The magic of the flute frees her, which means the monsters will now attack those who were controlling them, including Sarah. So all the monsters were on Leon's ship, and the battleships proceed to attack. Leon asks Angelica for some time. Angelica is here to help Olivia, who comes to see such a large spell cast. Olivia has become weak from this effort. She tells Angelica that she just wants to prove herself to Leon, while Angelica also wants to show that she is worthy of being called a friend. They hug, and while doing so, Angelica says, "You will prove it in this. There is nothing to be done, my friend." That's when their crocodile alliance breaks, as monsters attack the ship one by one. Angelica jumps ship and hangs on the edge, her hands slipping away. But Olivia manages to pull Angelica up just as another blow comes, causing Olivia to fall. Leon takes care of it and helps with his airbike. Olivia confesses to him that she loves him. Leon says she has options, wanting to be with him, but points out that there are people more handsome and rich than him, like Prince Julius. Olivia flatly denies that she likes them and insists that she loves Leon. Just then, Lagan arrives in Leon's ship with his partner, and they shoot down the battleships. In his arrogance, Leon sits down beside Jellet, who prepares to unleash his most powerful robot, the Black Knight. Leon and Black are now here after sending the Black Knight into battle. Battle continues under the moonlit sky as Leon faces off against the Black Knight, their swords clashing with immense force. Each strike reverberates through the night, showcasing the raw power and skill of both warriors. Leon, despite his armorer sustaining damage, pushes forward, urging it to tap to its latent power. The Black Knight, overconfident in his own abilities, underestimates Leon's resilience. In a crucial moment, Leon manages to strike decisively, forcing the Black Knight into submission. With a swift move, Leon aims his shotgun at the Black Knight's head, ordering him to return to his kingdom and report his defeat at the hands of a mere child. Just as the tension reaches its peak, a blast shakes the sky, signaling the congregation of monsters. Lin Lugan calls for reinforcements, and the main ship unleashes a barrage that wipes out the monsters. The victory is claimed, and the sun rises, signaling the end of the battle. Meanwhile, on a much quieter note, Chris, Angelica, and Olivia find solace in a peaceful tea party, reflecting on the whirlwind of recent events. Meanwhile, the prince and his followers work to construct a new, massive robot. This new creation sets the stage for Leon's next challenge, a duel with high stakes. If Leon loses, he must become the prince, allowing Maria to remain by his side. Logan believes that Leon will intentionally lose, as he thinks Olivia holds a deeper connection to him than anyone else. As the duel begins, Greg pilots the robot against Leon. Leon deftly dodges Greg's attacks, giving the impression that he is genuinely competing. He warns Greg about a technical flaw in the robot, but Greg dismisses the caution. The battle escalates, with Leon using his cunning and skill to outmaneuver Greg and emerge victorious. This victory leads to Leon being bestowed the title of Viscount, a title he never sought but must now bear. In the aftermath, Leon encounters Olivia, who confesses her feelings for him and expresses her unwavering support. She leaves him, and Leon is left to ponder his place in this world. He wonders if, despite his success, he is merely a background character in Olivia's story as her protege. The growing rivalry between Angelica and Olivia continues to unfold, with Lagan commenting on their shared motivations. Leon begins to question if he is becoming like Maria, torn between his desires for both Angelica and Olivia. The tension between the two women grows as they call out to Leon, eager to show him something important. Leon contemplates the idea of having a true partner, someone with a pure heart. As the season draws to a close, Lagan expresses his own longing to be with Maria, echoing Leon's feelings. He urges everyone to stay connected, hinting at more challenges ahead. With a promise of new adventures on the horizon, viewers are reminded not to miss the next season, set to premiere by New Year's. And if you enjoyed this anime, be sure to check out the next one, which promises to be just as captivating. This sets the stage for even more thrilling battles, emotional confrontations, and unexpected twists as the story continues to unfold.